Well, good morning. Here it is, Monday morning, and I'm doing a little better. I had to go to the emergency room last night because I was so severely dehydrated. But you know, things got to go on. We got to have something to eat, so that's what we're going to have. This is a jasmine rice that I buy down at the Mexican store because the jasmine rice is so expensive, even off of Amazon. But if you'll go down to your local little Mexican store, you can get it a lot less cheaper than what you can anywhere else. And it's a good rice. So I'm going to put a cup of rice into my little rice cooker. Maybe not a cup. Let me see. I've got the small rice cooker, so you better just do whatever your direction says yours. Now that I'm going to fill that with water, just get some out of my Now rinse that rice off. Now rinse that rice so that it don't have all that starch in it. So I put it in my little strainer here. And I'll rinse this rice in the sink several times just to get the starch out. Then I put it back into my pan there. Get the rice off the edge of it. I'll put that into my rice cooker. Now then, I'll add double the water. So about like that, and I'll click it on. So I've got it on. I'll add a little bit of salt, just little, not much at all. Put my lid on it. These are great to have. I've got a big one. I've got two of these small ones. So I'll just let that sit there and cook. While we're waiting on that, we'll go ahead and do our other things. Well, as you know, nothing surprises me anymore. So I had took the peppers, the yellow squash, the red bell peppers, the green peas, and 1/2 of a green bell pepper, and I had put it into my pan, sauteed it all, and added some potatoes, the hash brown potatoes that I used, and it was going to go over our rice like a topping for the rice, like kind of an oriental vegetable, or a vegetable for our rice. And you would know the video did not record for me making my squash and topping. So this is what it is, and I'm sorry about the video, but I've just had not good luck lately. So I decided I had some pieces of pork that I would add into this, and then I've got the ground beef for Mother, and the rice. Let me lift that out. So we've got our rice. That's still hot. So we will lift that out and get our contraption out of the way there. And I'm going to let this finish cooking, but that rice will be hopefully very good. I'm going to give this an oriental flavor into this sauce here. Well, not sauce, topping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my sesame seed oil. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of sesame seed oil into this. Mix that around. Then I'm going to take about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to add that to it. Now then, I'm going to stir that around. Let's do about, let me get Dolly. Let's do about a fourth a teaspoon. I'm going to put that in my glass here and I'll add some water. A fourth a teaspoon of ginger. And a fourth a teaspoon of garlic powder, not garlic salt now. Then I'm going to take my molasses, my Briar Rabbit molasses, and I'm going to get a tablespoon about of that molasses. A teaspoon, a tablespoon about. I'm just going to mix that around into my glass there. Get that mixed up. You can see I'm mixing that in the... Now what I'll do is I'll strain just a little bit of this out into that, and I'll mix it. And I'll add it back to my pan. And that's something you can do if you don't have soy sauce. So we'll just mix it in there. Pan. It smells good. So now we've got a kind of a soy sauce topping. Now I'll add a little salt to that because I haven't salted it. Let's give us a test spoon so we can see if that's not going to burn my mouth though. Oh, that's good, y'all. Just hits the spot with that sesame seed oil and you making your own soy sauce. Now you can do that by adding the ingredients, and I'll post them with a cup of beef or vegetable broth, and you can do that and simmer it on the stove and it'll get thicker just like a soy sauce. Plus you don't have to have all those byproducts in shelf stable stuff in this. That's why I cook this way, because my body just can't stand that. And from what I went through this week, I'm not so sure a lot of that has not been me eating stuff that had a lot of meat proteins in it that I'm allergic to, or possibly due to the my gut, my leaky gut, I guess you'd call it. But one of the cats kind of wanted out, and so I said, okay, I'll let you out. It's kind of cold, but you can go out. But what I was saying is a histamine intolerance. And it's, you know, it's a breakdown of the histamine foods. And they trigger those symptoms. And So I'm just now trying to figure out, I think it was the cream cheese that really took me for a loop the last few times. Something that is fermented like cream cheese, sauerkraut, sausage, salami, any kind of smoked meats, or like the cream cheese. And another thing, y'all, that I've learned is if I don't eat fresh cooked stuff and I eat leftovers, it will cause the histamines to go crazy, and I start having all kind of symptoms. Even fish, you know, if you let it go, if it's not fresh, and so you gotta give a test for that alpha GAL syndrome. It's an IgE allergy to the sugars and stuff, I think, into that. I had that wrote down right here because I wanted to look that up. But histamine can be a terrible setback for you, and then you don't know what's going on. You think, well, I don't know what's going on. Okay, enough of that. So let me get us a bowl, a little Chinese bowl, and I will get a spoon here, one of my silver spoons, and I'm just going to see how that rice just comes out very good. Well, as you know, the phones always ring. But here is, see how that sticky rice just sticks together in that rice cooker? I love it that way because it's so good. It's just so good. Now we'll just take, if you wanted to, you can do your ground hamburger in this. But since I've already got the chicken pork, that's what we're going to do. Just like that. Get a little bit. Oh, there you go. That's just a little Oriental rice. And that's what we're going to have for lunch today. I clean my mess up, you know how I am. But that's what we're going to have. We're going to eat it with some fried wontons that I made a few days ago for her. And I wish y'all was here to have a bowl, as we call it, chop suey over rice. But everything's going good here, pretty good. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. And we'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.